The first thing is in Soch ke Dekho, we are trying to bring you, uh, well, in a human being, though, so we're talking about perspective from human beings. In a living cell of us, of human beings, there are electrons are movers and shakers. Electrons are movers and shakers. Protons are static. Neutrons are neither. All right. So let's talk about this a little bit in detail here and see what exactly that thing means here. All right. Okay. From a human behavior perspective, we can use an analogy to describe electrons, protons, and neutrons in terms of how people might behave. That's what happens, how people might behave, those. So that's very important, I guess. We behave in different times differently, all right? So it means something. All right. First is electrons are like movers and shakers. Electrons are constantly in motion. This is happening in our cells, the human cell. There are trillions and trillions and trillions of cells in us. Right? Each tissue, each thing has got multi-billion cells there. Right? So electrons are constantly in motion, moving around the nucleus of an atom in orbits or energy levels. They can be compared to individuals. Make a note here, dosto. They can be compared to individuals who are dynamic, always on the go and actively involved in various activities or initiatives. Are you part of that or you're not part of that? All right. These people are often seen as energetic and enthusiastic about making things happen. They are go-getters. They are the ones who move and shake. All right, what's happening around the world. Okay. Number 2, we talked about protons. Right, protons are static. They are steady. Protons found in the nucleus of an atom are relatively stationary compared to electrons. They can be likened to individuals who prefer stability and are less inclined to change or move around. Make a note here. Protons found in the nucleus of an atom. There are 3 things in an atom. All right. The nucleus is the main thing. Nucleus is main, and electrons move around. Protons there, and so is neutrons. All right. So they can be likened to individuals who prefer stability and less inclined to change or move around. They are cozy in their chairs. They don't want to move anything. Let people do whatever they just be happy going. All right. So these people are often associated with consistency and reliability. So these people can often be relied upon because they don't change very quickly. All right. And they may not be movers and shakers, but they are very reliable and very consistent in what they do. And they tend to stay in one place, whether it is a physical location or a particular role in an organization. This is very important, dosto. So you can count on people who are protons oriented, so who are always consistent and very reliable, and they tend to stay in one place, and whether it is physical or particular, and they play a very important role in an organization where they are like a foundation for the organization. Okay, number 3 is neutrons, dosto. Neutrons are neither, they are this or that. Neutrons, also located in the nucleus, are neither positively charged nor protons, like protons, are negatively charged like electrons. They're electrically neutral. They are neutral. They are, in terms of human behavior, individuals who are neither, all right, neither might be considered balanced and adaptable. They can navigate between different situations, adjusting their behavior as needed, and are not strongly inclined toward either extreme of constant motion or complete status. Alright, it's important to note that this analogy simplifies the complex nature of atomic particles and human behavior, but it can provide a basic understanding of how electrons, protons, and neutrons might be metaphorically related to different behavioral tendencies in people. Now you check it out of yourself, dosto. Where do you belong? You are a mover and a shaker, like electrons, or you are protonic, who's consistent and reliable, or your neutrons, neither this nor that, but they can change situation anytime they want to. All right, that's something very important we have to understand about that. All right, so the next part of that what was that Soch ke Dekho part 3 is, all right, don't burn your dwelling for a dream house. All right, this is important. Just don't burn your home. All right, कहावत जो होती है, किसी का महल देखे अपनी झोपड़ी मत जलाना. All right, don't burn your dwelling for a dream house. Oh, very beautifully said, dosto. All right. Okay, this is very important. I think we don't really give importance to this. This brings out, okay, a tendency in human beings. All right. All right, let me just get this out and we will try to talk a little bit on this subject. Okay, so this side tendency goes towards a little jealousy or what? I really don't know. All right, don't burn your dwelling for a dream house. As I said, as a saying in Hindi, किसी का महल देख के अपनी झोपड़ी मत जला लो यार. मतलब be content with what you could have in life, I think. And most of us, we don't want to do that. So if he has something there, we want to have something better. The beg, borrow or steal, jo bhi ho karna hai. That I think is part of jealousy, I think, in life. I think where we could achieve nothing. Okay, if you are blessed to have a lot of means, right, and if you want to do it, that's fine. But if you don't have it, be happy with what we have, right? Not compare and contrast. I have seen a few examples here also. So that I think we should really resist very, very, very strongly to these tendencies because you lose whatever you have, all right? So slow and steady, they say, wins the race, all right? So running fast doesn't mean you're a better runner, but you have to really be slow and steady. All right, so coming to this phrase, it's a cautionary expression though, so against making rash or extreme decision that could have serious consequences. All right, so dwelling refers to your current home or living situation, which may not be perfect, but is a stable and familiar place where you reside, right? Dream house represents an idealized, often aspirational living situation. All right, so it's very important. So aspirational, those, that means you're aspiring to have something, all right, which you don't have it. So it could be a fancy or a luxurious home that you desire but don't currently have it. All right, so the expression, all right, don't burn your dwelling in the quest of a whatever dream house. So the expression is essentially warning against sacrificing your current stability, security, or well-being represented by your dwelling in pursuit of a lofty and possibly unrealistic dream. It suggests that while it's natural to have aspirations and dreams, it's important to weigh the risks and consider the potential negative consequences before taking drastic actions. In practical terms, though, it means that you should be cautious about making impulsive decisions that could lead to harm or regret. Instead, it encourages thoughtful planning and a balanced approach to pursuing your dreams without jeopardizing your current situation. ये तो ऐसा हो गया दोस्तों, मुझे शादी करना है तो बादशाह की बेटी से ही शादी करना है मुझे, वरना शादी नहीं करना है. So that's the dream, alright? How many bashas you have, how many bashas daughters you have, right? So these are important things. This सोच के देखो, think about it. This is more important. The particular things of putting this, discussing with our viewers, our friends, and so is we don't think a lot of stuff. We don't want to think about it. These are small few things, lines which goes a long way to making our life much easier, dosto, right? So we had these two today, all right. We'll be bringing more about this as we go along. Those is very, very eye-opening kind of phrases and quotes we come across in life, all right.